Hi, this is Annabelle and Grace. Should know us by now, I think. Anyway, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, on the way over here, I was listening to Women's Hour. I absolutely love that programme.
Yeah.
And Radio 4. And the gorgeous mellow voice of Jenny Murray in particular. Anyhow, they were talking about being dumped. And I thought, I must ask you, what was your worst dump? And I mean that in terms of men.
Sorry. Well, I remember it very well, like it was yesterday. I was dumped by a man that I thought I was going to marry. And I remember on the day he got married to somebody else, which was very soon after being dumped myself, I came to you, didn't I? And it was a Saturday and we just got drunk. There was nothing that you could say or do that would make it better.
Oof, just had to blur it all out, really.
Because it's that feeling of rejection, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a super painful thing to go through.
Yeah, you're not needed in somebody's life. You're not the centre of their life, and you thought you were. And I think that's the thing. It's being dumped when you had no idea that, you know, you weren't needed, wanted, loved. You know, if it's mutual, then that's different. But you know,
I always felt it was my fault. You know, that it had gone wrong.
Being women, we overanalyse it and we talk about it and what if, could I, would, instead of just probably men just move on.
They seem to, don't they?
Much.
Do you think they're actually hiding it deep inside? And they just put this bravado, or they have this bravado?
Well, I don't know what it is. I think not talking about it is probably not the best thing. I think over talking it is not so good either.
It isn't good, because I've had friends, and I'm one of those people that they come and they talk to me, and that's great, and I'm happy to listen. But sometimes when they start repeating themselves, and I'm thinking, oh, for God's sake, change the record.
Yes.
You know, because then after a while you just think, come on, you've got to.
Maybe
face
that's why you were dumped.
Yeah.
But I think the thing I notice having 2 sons and 2 daughters is, you know, I get the teary phone calls from the girls, and yet I'm sure the boys have also been dumped. Maybe they haven't. Maybe they've never actually.
Maybe they're dumpies.
Or maybe they've never been asked to be a boyfriend. But so the girls phone me, and that dreadful, sad, you know, sobbing voice at the end of the phone. You just want to get in the car and go.
And that's
hug
really
them.
painful, isn't it? Because you can't do anything.
You want to take the pain away from them, but you can't. And I think it was very good on Women's Hour, because one lady said that with her children, she couldn't say to them, I can make this better, because you can't. But what she could say is tell them her experience and how she got painfully dropped or dumped, and how, she's now happily married, hopefully, and like I am, like you are, and you get through it. There is another side.
Yes, it's almost like practice runs, and sometimes lucky escapes, let's be honest. If I think back to some of the men that I thought, oh my God, I absolutely adore them. If I was married to them now, I'm sure I'd be desperately unhappy. I think the older you get, the better choices you make, and because you've got that experience behind you, haven't you?
Yes, that's true. But then let's take it to the other end of the scale. I'm sure you've had friends, and I've had friends. I've had one recently who'd been married for 30 years and got dumped. I mean,
so she must have been over 50 then.
Yes, the reason that she's saying she got dumped is she had no idea. She just thought, marriages go through good times, bad times, but she literally, and she felt like, she said to me, I feel like I'm 25 again, that pain, that rejection. And, and in her situation, she had to explain to her children how, her husband, their father, didn't love her anymore, and, and that is,
yeah. But, you sort of think, well, being dumped is a young person's trial to go through. But actually, as you said, with your friend who was obviously an older person, it used to be probably, that was it, you're going to be a spinster. But nowadays, with online dating and so on being so much more acceptable than it was when I was 25, I'm assuming that there's no reason why you can't go on and actually find somebody else to share your later years with. And in fact, I've got 2 friends that have done exactly that and are super happy.
That's what you've got to tell your daughters, your friends and everything, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. It's not, but it's just a dreadful feeling. It's nothing that you want to. It's sort of, I always put it that it's like that feeling of the night before an exam. I'm so happy I'm through those days, you know, that I'm. But you know,
one of the benefits of being older, I think,
Yes.
isn't it, that we're not having.
Yeah, but maybe
Well,
our husbands
oh,
are
God.
coming now. The dumpers.
Yeah.
They're
I know,
sitting,
we're
sitting
sitting
in
on the
a
other
bar
side.
in London talking to somebody saying, you know, oh God, I don't know how to get rid of
I've been married to over 25 years. I'm so bored.
You know, you get less for
Oh, well,
murder.
it's a risk we take, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, I mean,
Anyway,
hopefully.
but listen, if you want a more serious aspect to it, then do tune into Radio 4. I think, Grace, you'll put the link, won't you, to,
Yes,
the,
I mean, you
to
can.
the Women's Hour.
Yes, and you can. What is it called? iPlayer?
Yeah,
BBC?
iPod. No, what's it? Podcast. That's
Yes,
it.
podcast.
Podcast.
You can listen to it, but it was really interesting.
Yeah, worth it.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.